Zaf Moore, and I'm here today with the folks at Life Pro. So welcome Life Pro family and friends and newbies and seasoned Life Pro users. Today I'm going to take you through a therapeutic yoga practice with dumbbells or other kinds of weights that you can use to strengthen your shoulders. Yes, this is a yoga practice, so don't be worried if you're not already doing yoga or you're afraid of yoga, because this is a therapeutic practice. Now, yoga, we're harmonizing the body with mindful breath and physical poses. The therapeutic part emphasizes you to progress to improve your health and well-being, and we're doing this to help reduce and alleviate structural, emotional, spiritual suffering and limitations that you might have. I know that sounds like a lot of hoopla right now, but as we get into it, I'll explain more about what that means. You're going to have 5 basic arm exercises that we're going to do in our yoga poses. Now, whether you have dumbbells, and I only have 3-pounders, by the way, or cans, organic or not, vegetables, or maybe water bottles, you'll just need some light hand weights. Now, because I love my Life Pro Rumblex 4D, I'm going to be using that. But it doesn't matter what you're using as long as you've got one of our amazing vibration plates. So if you're new to the practice, just practice. That's all it is. If you're kind of more of a seasoned yogi or yogini, no worries, you can take it up a little bit. Ready to begin? Give me a high five. Let me know where you're coming from. If you have any questions, put in the chat. We'll try to answer it as we go along. If not, I'll definitely answer you on the way later on after the practice. This is going to be about 30 minutes. I'm going to break it up a little bit into different parts. The first one, we're going to be seated. So you're literally going to sit on your device. I'm sitting, again, on the Rumblex Pro. And I'm going to just put it on, right now, I'm just going to put it on my oscillation mode. Okay? So just oscillation. That's the arrows going front and back. I'm just going to hit that button and hit start, just light speed. In the last 2 practices that we worked on, we talked about breath. Super important when you're looking at a therapeutic practice, because the breath will help calm the nervous system. It'll also give you the energy that you need. Breath is your life force. So we're going to start with our hands on our knees. You're sitting up nice and tall. And by the way, if you lift the corners of your mouth, you'll actually feel better with this too. You don't have to take this serious. Let's take an inhale, breathing into the belly, into the rib cage, and into the chest. And then as you exhale, open your mouth and sigh out. And it's okay to have that big H-ah sound. That's part of the therapeutic. It's the release. So you take an inhale right from the sitting bones where you're sitting all the way to the top of your head. Feel that energy lift up. And then exhale, let it go. You can even use your hands with this. Inhale up, exhale down. Now, I'm going to warm your body up without any weights, and then we'll add on. So go ahead and reach your hands up, stretch up, exhale, take it out. Sitting down here, we're going to just do a little sun salutation with the arms. Inhale and exhale. Hello, New Jersey, Georgia, Toronto, Florida. Bring your hands together at your heart space. Now from here, your thumbs are right at your collarbones. Lift up, inhale. Reach your hands up, press up, and then push out all that stale air and energy out of your body. Your hands are going to rest on your device. And again, I'm on oscillation mode, so my hands are gently resting. I'm kind of getting my shoulders rock side to side. Pull the chin in. Super important when you're working your shoulders. If your head is forward, you're going to have this rounding, and you won't have optimal alignments to really work all the muscles properly. So you want to pull the chin back. So we're only going to be here for just another minute or 2 while you're settling in and getting onto our live stream here on our Life Pro plate. Breath, that's the main component. Breathing and then movement. So let's put our hands back on our knees and then pull the belly and tuck the chin and look toward the belly, rounding your spine. Now inhale, reach up, stretch up, bend those elbows out to the side. Exhale, tuck. This is our seated cat-cow. Inhale and arch. So the eyes look up. And you'll do that one more time. Exhale, pull the navel back. Your navel's behind your tailbone. And then inhale. Let the heart lift. Let the arms reach out wide, stretch open, and release. Now, if you have any shoulder issues in your tissues, easy does it. You don't need weights. Your arm weighs enough. Let's come up to our standing position for a moment. Now, again, you can have, and if you're new to this, you can have cans. It's fine to use cans. And you can use water bottles. Perfect. You don't have to run out and buy dumbbells. But I do want to caution you, I do want you to have light weights. And my weights are 3 pounds. Now, I'm going to change my device. I love the lateral move, but I'm going to take it onto the P3. This is the Rumble-X Pro. So I'm going to take it onto that, the P3. Setting it up. Ooh. There we go. We're going to start there. So lateral movement. I'd like you all to come to your seat because I know some of you right now might have a problem standing with balance. There's going to be a balance workshop coming up. Let's sit here. Feet are in line with the sockets, hip sockets, and these are going to be the hand positions, the arm positions we're doing in our standing practice. So if you're not ready to stand on here or do the yoga standing poses, practice this. The first one we're going to talk about is called the V press. We'll use this in the Warrior One arms. So your hands go behind your head. The weights are behind your heads. That way you push your chin, retract your chin, and the elbows are pointed up. The shoulders are relaxed. If you have any problems with weights over your heads in regular arm work, this is safe because you're not doing a lot. You're just letting those arm bones drop in the sockets. Now you're going to extend your arms out from the shoulder joint and then back down. Now it may feel like this is a tricep exercise as well, but you're really working the deltoid, okay? So let's do the breath. Exhale here, shoulders relax, inhale back. And we'll do 3 more. I'm only going to do about 5 reps of each for now. So stretch up. If it's too much, you can come out just to this wide. Any pinching, sharpshooting pain, I just urge you to back off. That is called our V press. Bring the elbows in and down. Side raises, most people do it with their palms down, and that's fine. I like your thumbs to point out like a hitchhiker. This will help you to open up your shoulder joint more. And use the breath on this. Now, don't get caught up whether I'm saying exhale and you're inhaling. I want you just to breathe in the motion. So one part of your breath is this, one part is this, whether it's an exhale or an inhale. What comes naturally, do that. Everything should feel very rhythmic. Our side raise. We'll do this in Warrior 2. Now for a Crescent Warrior, if you're not familiar with that term, I'll show you. The Crescent Warrior, I'd like you to, if you're seated in the chair, hinge forward. Keep your back flat. My weights are right touching my shin bones, and I'm pulling my elbows up. Our tendency for most people is to pull the elbows back. I want you to think scarecrow arms, elbows out. They don't have to come high. They're maybe as high as your shoulder joint. So use your breath on this. The exhale, the chin retracted, inhale. So again, you can do these poses, these arm movements seated. Let's do one more. And down. Sit up. And now finally, the offering, which I did in our therapeutic shoulder band workout. Reach out, extend the arms, open up, bring it back and in. Elbows never pass the ribs. The head of the shoulder, we want to keep in line with the socket. We reach forward and open and come back and down. You'll actually feel a lot of your core muscles working while pressing into your feet to feel that vibration, the energy coming from your feet, up your shins, to your knees, into your hips. Let's do this one more time. Push out, wide, in, and down. Great. So these are our 5 arm positions. Now you'll remove the chair and you'll follow with me standing. Oh, it's vibrating away on this higher speed. I'm going to grab my weights. As I mentioned in our earlier live streams, foot placement is super important here. Feet, toes pointing forward, slightly in. Bring your weights to your chest. We're going to press up on an inhale, just over the head, and then bring the elbows down to the side. Bring them back in again. Together to your chest, Inhaling and exhale. A little bit of arm sun salutation. Weights together to your chest. Press up. Open up. Turn the palms to face and back. 2 more of those. Bring the weights to your chest. Lift up. Tailbone down. Press up. Open up. Elbows bending to the sides. And then this is awesome for the rotator cuff muscles. Last time. Bring it in. Hello, Arizona. Push up. Elbows out wide. Palms in and down. Now, you're going to bring your hands to your hips. We're going to go into our first standing posture called, or second, this is mountain pose here. Standing, second pose. Step your left leg back. Your right leg is straight. See my hand on my hip, square my hip. You'll bend into the front knee, bringing your weights on the back of your head. Relax your shoulders. Now let's add some movement. We're leaning into our front foot. We're going to stretch the arms up. Bend into it and stretch. Press into the outside of your back foot, the heel of your front foot. Now let's hold this pose. Here's our warrior 1, reach up. Stay there. Options, elbows bent into a goal post. If you want to intensify it, arms up, and we're going to circle for 5, 4, 3. Now reverse it and breathe with it. Just 5 is the count today. Bring the hands back behind the head, elbows at the side, and we'll step up. Let's do that on the other side. Bring the weights together, just a little reach up, elbows come down, together, and to your hips. Step your right foot back. Square the hips up. Bring the hands behind your head. Press in. This time I'm going to reach up as I bend the knee. Then I'm going to bring the hands back to the head as I straighten. And then reach and bend. With the breath, fluid. You've got 2 more. Now, if you put your foot out a little wider on your platform, you're going to get more movement here. And I've got a lot going up in this leg. Oh, you see my chihuahua? He's not interested in yoga. Okay, let's circle the arms. If you find your ear back, bend your elbows. Let the upper arm bones do the work. And then reverse the circle for 5. Breathing in and out. Great. Bring the hands back, down to your side, and step. This next posture, warrior 2, bring the hands at your chest, push up, elbows out to the side. Now you're going to step back, big step with the left foot. I always like to set you up with your front leg straight. Now watch my weights, they're on my hips. My hip bones are going to point forward. Check out your back foot. Turn the heel out so the toes point in toward the platform. And now, arms at the side. You're going to bend this knee and reach. Thumbs up and down. Now, again, I suggested that instead of reaching with the thumbs pointing toward you, or out away from you, point them up to the sky. It'll be much easier on your shoulder joint. Now, one more time. Hold it here. You have some options. You can have little pulses up and down. You can flip the palms up and down. This is a little more intense on the rotator cuff. Nice and easy. I call these flippies. It's not really a yoga term. And then the arms come down. You'll step the foot up. Come into your mountain pose, standing tall. Bend the elbows. Let's inhale up. This time, bring the hands down to the sides. Arms out and down. Reach up, inhale. Pull down gently, exhale. Elbows at your side, open up, palms, release. We'll step back now with the right foot. Take a big step back, more than you'd be comfortable with. Really reach back, straighten the front leg. Now you're not going to see me, but my hands are on my hips. I'm going to turn. The back heel is out. We'll bend into that front knee as we reach out and then back. We can do again 5 of these. Open up the hips, open up the chest, shoulders drop. 2 more times. Take a big breath. Let it out. 1 more time. Now from here you have the options. You can little pulses up. You can have your palms up, or you can do flippies. Palms to the sky, palms face away. Whatever feels okay for you. You might want to have the hands down here just with little pulses. That's perfectly fine. When we're done, bring that foot back to the platform. Stand in your mountain pose. Check your feet out. Align your spine. Inhale, reach up. Bring the hands down through the heart space. Going into the crescent warrior, a little more challenging your balance. Take your left foot back. Now, when you take it back, this is again the challenge. There's balance. You spin up the back heel. Hinge from the hips, and my platform just shut off, so I'm going to go on to my oscillation mode. For those of you with the mini waivers, the waiver, actually any of the platforms have this oscillation mode, so let's work with it. Elbows out to the side. Hello, Kathy from North Carolina. I hope you're practicing with me today. Elbows go wide. Rear deltoids, hinging from the hips. Back heel lifted. A lot more balance into that foot on the platform. 1 more time. Now, keep staring down at your big toe. You can either pulse the arm bones up and down without pinching in your neck, or kick out. A little more challenging, a lot more rear deltoid work. That's the back of the shoulder. Do what works for you today. Remember, this is a practice. This is my last one. We're going to step straighten that front leg and step forward. Find your mountain pose. Palms open, collarbones lifted, chin retracted. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Let's go into the other side. Hands on the hips. Step the right foot back. Now, you won't hit the mark the first time, so step back a little bit. Front leg straight. Square the hips and lift the back heel. A little tip, if you're feeling like you're on a surfboard here, walk your foot out wider so that you're on railroad tracks rather than a tightrope. Let's go ahead and hinge forward. Look at your big toe. Thumbs pointing in toward the front knee. Elbows go wide. This is a very slow and controlled, deliberate movement with your breath. Keep retracting through the chin so the neck is not strained. Nice and wide, scarecrow arms. 2 more times. Use your breath. And last one. Let's hold this. Back heel's lifted. Weight is in the front heel. Little pulses for 5. Feel right between the shoulder blades. 4, 3. Now this is setting you up for one of our next poses with more balance. Arms at your side. Step back for a moment and then bring yourself up. Okay, the infamous tree pose. Now, I want to just challenge all of you to practice this balance by first starting with what we call bush pose. Look down at your feet. Right toes forward. The left foot is pointed out. It's a T shape. And the elbows are out wide. You're going to bring that left heel up to touch. Yeah, oscillating up and down. Exactly. Believe me, it's much better than lateral. Okay. Arms are out in the goalpost. So this is the first part of our tree pose. If you like to stand in this posture and just breathe into it, your deltoids are working, your shoulder muscles. Or you can add some movement. So I'm going to be staring at one object that isn't moving. I'm going to bring my leg up and down. See, it's not very easy. And up, down. I'm sliding my foot up and down. Arms come out. Or if you're at goalpost, just lift and lower. Lift, lower. And after a while, you might get the hang of this and you hold it, the foot against the calf or above the knee, not on the knee joint, and press up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands into the shoulders and down. Oh, that was pretty intense on that right leg. You completely forget about how your shoulders are working. Okay, roll the shoulders out. Now the other side. So So once again, look down at your feet for a moment. Turn your right toes out. So the hips are still square. I'm using my weights as my hip points to remind you of that. You're gonna bring your right heel inside the left ankle. Now I'm going back to the weights resting on my shoulders. My elbows are always slightly forward. That's gonna help with the alignment of your shoulders. You can come back to the goalpost position, or you can go out to the full extended arm. But let's just test the water on the side. Slide your foot up and down. Feel the bones of your right foot into the inner shin bone. How's that working for you? Are you breathing? Okay, we can add some movement with the arms. Inhale, exhale. This is probably the most challenging of all, but again, you can have your big toe as a kickstand here. You can see how it's always my kickstand. Okay, let's hold it up, try that. Oscillate up and down. I'm on level 1, by the way. You don't need a lot here. Let's press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come on down. 5 was just enough. Roll your shoulders out. Now from here, we're gonna go into our chair pose. So put your hands on your thighs. Sit back. I want to encourage you to only for a moment look at your knees. They're right in line with your big toes, then face forward, elbows at your side. Let's push it out, offer it up, wide, and then come back. We can make this a moving practice by bending, extending, opening, and come back. 3 more of these. Push out, open, back in line with your shoulder joints. 2 more. Using your breath, using your core muscles. Weight is in your heels. Now this next time you're gonna hold it out, hold it there, bend the elbows, extend. Take it out, bend the elbows, extend. Or simply hold it, palms up, palms in. You choose. Feel your thighs and your shoulders. 1 more time. Bend the elbows, bring it back. Let's stand here in mountain pose, shoulders drop. Bend your elbows for a moment. Take an inhale. Bring the weights down through the heart, down to the feet, all the way. Release your weights. Come sitting back to your seat. So with 5 reps and some pulses in a slow, controlled fashion, you should have felt pretty good shoulder workout today. Let's end by reaching forward, thumbs pointing down, tuck the chin to the chest, exhale all your air. Shake your head no, then shake it yes. Then reach up, take a big breath in and bend to one side. Inhale to center, bend to the other side. Come back to center, grab your elbows, look down for a moment so the forearms can go behind the head, then push the head back and relax the shoulders 1 more time. Arms reach back behind you, interlace your fingers, get your chicken wings pointing back, and then stretch the fingertips down, find your platform, sitting tall. Let's stretch 1 more time, arms forward. If your left hand was on top, now the right hand on top, interlace, push out, stretch between the shoulder blades, round the spine, tuck the chin, shake the head no, release any tension. The inhale brings you up, lifting, 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 feel the sitting bones. Grab the elbows, drop the chin for a moment, then the forearms go behind the head, push the head back into the forearms. Relax the shoulders. Bend a little bit to one side and then to the other side if that's what feels good for you today. Take the hands behind, interlace, find the awkward bind. So if your thumb likes to be on the top, chain the left thumb, put the right thumb on the top and push down. Lift up the heart. Bring your hands to rest gently. Again, this is the oscillating mode, level 1. As you do this practice, and I want to suggest you do it maybe 2 times a week because there's so many other things you can do on the platform, but just this weighted workout. Either I used P3 today or the oscillation only. About 5 reps with the breath, hold it, pulse it, or rotate, do something just to encourage more endurance in your muscles. Be true to yourself when you do this. Know that in the beginning, 2 or 3 reps might be enough, but just keep adding on. And I hope you will join me next week as we work specifically on all our warrior poses. Same time, same place. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It's Roseanne from Live Fit, along with the family of Life Pro. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste.